Their loyalty was mine after I gained financial freedom. Lu Menglu said, looking at photos, "Do you have any idea how miserable it is just staring at pictures of you every night?" Shen Yuan said, "When did you even take those?" Lu Menglu said, "While you were working out, while you were sleeping, and while you were showering." Shen Yuan said, "They're pretty good. You could be on the cover of a men's magazine. Did you rely on these photos to get through the week?" Lu Menglu said, "Don't you dare tease me." Shen Yuan rests on her melons and said, "Well, I'm back now, so no more photos. What do you plan to do?" Lu Menglu blushed and said, I don't know. Hubby, what do you want to do?" Shen Yuan said, "Why are you shaking, Lu Menglu said, I'm not." Shen Yuan said, "Yes, you are. Say it," as he grabs her hips. Lu Menglu said, "Hubby, I'm afraid of the pain, and I'm afraid of casting too much water magic. Can we just take it slow today?" Shen Yuan smells her melons and said, "All right, as you wish. We'll take it bit by bit." Lu Menglu said, "Hubby, that tickles." Shen Yuan puts her down on the bed and said, "Watch your phrasing. What are you supposed to call me right now?" Lu Menglu grabs Shen Yuan tightly and said, Daddy, as she sweats the next morning. Lu Menglu said, "Hubby, you're back from your workout? Come here, let me wipe your face. Breakfast is almost ready," as she hands over a fresh towel. Shen Yuan took it and said, "Feeling better?" And he said to himself, "Even though I was careful last night, Coach Lu still said she couldn't take it by the end." Lu Menglu said, "Much better. I've got a good foundation, so I recover fast." Shen Yuan said, "Good. Go pick out a house in the next few days. Budget is 3 million. Lu Menglu said, "Huh?" Shen Yuan said, "Pick something you like. Just don't get one in the same complex as Nana." Lu Menglu jumps and hugs Shen Yuan tightly, pressing her melons onto him and said, "Whoa, hubby, thank you. You're the best. Mua, mua." Shen Yuan said, "I just washed my face. Don't get it dirty again." Lu Menglu suddenly jumps and walks away, calling Ho Qianqian and said, "Qianqian, you free? Come house hunting with me." Shen Yuan said he's buying me a 3 million yuan house. Outside, Ho Qianqian remembers Lu Menglu and said, "What? Shen Yuan." And she said to herself, it was one thing for Nana to get a house, but now even Lulu is getting one. And Shen Yuan is buying both of them. You guys are all securing the bag while I'm out here drowning. And seriously, why are you telling me this? Why? Shen Yuan said to himself. With the system's 3 times cashback, buying Coach Lu a house will net me a 6 million profit. If her affection rises by 3 points during the process, I could net 12 million. As he slowly takes off his shirt and listens to Lu Menglu and Ho Qianqian talking on the phone, Shen Yuan said to himself, if I keep farming every NPC girl at this pace, I could easily reach hundreds of millions or even billions. Any girl with affection under 90 gets no big-ticket items over 1 million. Even if they pass 90, I need to observe them for a while. Lu Menglu turns around and said, "Hubby, I'm so happy." Shen Yuan said, "Go pick your house. I'm heading to the company to check on things." Lu Menglu said, 1 hour later at Jingfu Company, Zhang Yu hands over the documents and said, "Mr. Shen, this is the HR department summary from last week. We've made some changes to recruitment and employee training. The focus is on these 2 areas, hiring and training." Shen Yuan said, "Stricter hiring? Did you consider the difficulty of recruitment? Also, will frequent training sessions cut into their actual work hours?" Zhang Yu said, "Regarding recruitment, we plan to increase the benefits package, but the specific budget isn't finalized yet. Training sessions are kept under an hour. It's mostly using the employees' downtime, so it won't affect their work." Shen Yuan said, "Good job, you can go. Why are there so many people out there? Didn't they check in before coming to report?" Zhang Yu said, "Since you were gone for a week, everyone missed the chance to report in person. They heard you were back and wanted to get your instructions." Shen Yuan said, "Let's just have a meeting then. Organize the first-tier management in the large conference room." Zhang Yu said, "Yes, Mr. Shen." Shen Yuan said, "This is the downside of not having an executive assistant. My little secretary is about finished with her department rotations. It's time for her to officially start." After the meeting, Shen Yuan walks out and Manager Yu said, "Mr. Shen, Principal Shu contacted me today asking for a specific quote and details. Should we go with market price or offer a discount?" Shen Yuan said, "Just match the quotes of the other 2 companies. If old Zhu wants a kickback, we can dangle it in front of him, but the initiative has to stay in our hands." Manager Yu said, "Got it. I know what to do. I'll get ready. Head over to the Foreign Affairs office." And he said to himself, Looks like my earlier worries were unnecessary. Mr. Shen has some serious connections. Shen Yuan said, Manager Yu, if you see Fu Yingzi, tell her to come in. Manager Yu said, Will do, Mr. Shen. A few moments later, Fu Yingzi came inside Shen Yuan's office and said, Boss, you called for me? Shen Yuan said, Not bad. Your taste in clothes is getting better and better. Fu Yingzi said, What's up, boss? I feel like you're not up to any good when you compliment me like that. Shen Yuan said, Damn, am I that kind of guy? Your classmates are on summer break. Didn't you think about taking some time off to go home? Fu Yingzi said, With all the new measures during the company reorganization and you being away, how could I think about relaxing? As your eyes and ears in the company, I had to keep a close watch. Boss, you're not testing my loyalty, are you? Shen Yuan said, Why do you always add so much drama? I'm just looking out for you. How are the rotations going? How many departments are left? Fu Yingzi said, Just one, the finance department. It'll take about a week and a half. Shen Yuan said, Good. I was planning to have you rotate through a few of the stores too. Also, you need to start getting used to the work here to prepare for the future. Fu Yingzi said, Huh? What work here? Shen Yuan said, Did you forget your original job? You're my secretary. What, you don't want to do it for me anymore? As Fu Yingzi imagined Shen Yuan making a move on her on the office table, Fu Yingzi blushed and said, Ah? As she said to herself, What is Shen Yuan saying? What does he mean don't want to do it for him? With that tone and that look, it's hard not to think in that direction. Fu Yingzi said, No, I just didn't expect it. I thought you were going to assign me to some other position. Shen Yuan said, A secretary is the employee closest to the boss. If you do a good job, there will be plenty of opportunities later. Jing Fu is just the beginning. Fu Yingzi said, I got it. Boss, if there's nothing else, I'll get back to work. Call me if you need me. Shen Yuan said, Go ahead. And he said to himself, I've got a personal assistant and now an administrative secretary. My inner circle is finally coming together. The future looks bright. Suddenly, Lu Menglu came inside and said, Hubby, I looked at 2 developments this morning. Both were actually pretty good. I'm planning to check out another one this afternoon. Shen Yuan said, Good, I'm pretty busy lately. Once you've made a choice, just send me the account info and I'll transfer the money. Lu Menglu suddenly hugs Shen Yuan from behind and kisses him on the cheek, saying, Thank you, hubby. Shen Yuan said, All right. This is the office. Watch your behavior. Shen Yuan answered the phone and said, Counselor, is Yang Hongjin at the school? Counselor Li Xiao said, He is. Shen Yuan said, Tell him I'm coming over to visit him this afternoon. Counselor Li Xiao said, Okay. Shen Yuan said to Lu Menglu, Help me prepare 2 cartons of Hiqiansha cigarettes and 2 bottles of Flying Fairy Maotai. I need to visit someone. Lu Menglu said, No problem. But who's left that's worth a personal visit from you? Thank you all so much for the continued support, my amazing OtakuGo viewers. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I've just created a new channel called OtakuGo Compilations. It's where I'll be uploading longer full-format videos so you can enjoy the content continuously without any interruptions. Please make sure to subscribe to OtakuGo Compilations and keep supporting the community. And as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment below, and share your thoughts. It really helps boost the analytics and keeps both channels growing. Once again, thank you for being part of the OtakuGo family. See you all in the next video.